how's it going, everybody? Once again, this is Joe from Rista Productions. I am here with Goran Rista of Goran Drums.
Goran Grooves, yeah.
GoranGrooves.com. Now, the reason why I found him, decided to talk with him, because at one time, when I think 2 years ago, if I'm correct, he started coming out with his drum library, and he had some free downloads. So, knowing me, I decided to give it a shot. And what I did was I downloaded some of the samples that he had, and to my shock, they were pretty good for what they were. So I'm gonna have Goran explain a little bit of how it works. So Goran, go ahead and explain how the drum works.
So these are handy drums. We can audition, give a quick kind of preview. Everything that's included. There's drums and percussion, some basic percussion instruments. These are mixed ready drums out of the box, so as soon as you open them up, you're ready to start working with it. You can program your own loops, or you can use pre-existing loops. They are very natural sounding drums, as you would hear in a space, recording space in front of you, and they're super easy to use. So this is like the instant kind of access to the mixer, which you most likely are going to need to use. So you can have access to all the main components right away and tweak if you need anything, and just close it and get on working with your music. I'll show you some new features that we have for version 2, which is not currently available for version 1.1. But yeah, let's see what's coming up in version 2. Apologize for the sound in the background. So what we got here is a MIDI browser, MIDI loop browser. It enables you to preview any drum loops you have on your computer. It's either something going to get included with a plugin, or the ones that you already have or created. Anything that's on your computer, you can browse through it and listen to it through the plugin. So let's see. Let's put so I can just set up a loop, and it just keeps going in the loop for as long as you want. You can if you open it up as a plugin, it will sync your DAW, so you can, if you have a bass line, for example, playing, you can try different loops in time with the bass. And then when you decide what you want, you just grab here and drop it onto your MIDI track or your instrument track, whatever DAW you're working. And then you can compose drum track from the fills and drum loops, main grooves that you have. You quickly compose what you want. So going back out here, this is playing. You can see what's going on. We are panning right or left, and you can also flip right and left stereo image or go mono for any of these. 2 or 3 notes on the keyboard, you can play a single instrument. That's something that people request. It's very helpful. So, and we have now pitch tuning. You can tweak the pitch of a drum, any of the drums, up to 6 semitones, up or down. So for all the drums. E-drummer mode, when enabled, it brings puts a rim shot on a separate note, which is here, E1, and a regular snare stays on E1.
Now, here's the question, because I found this on one of my programs that I have, actually one of my VSTs. Is this set up in general MIDI?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because let's just say I have a VST called the MIDI Remapper, and your drum kit came up.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man. Okay.
So the reason is because some plugins, a lot of plugins, they don't conform to general MIDI.
Yeah, I have a couple of them that are like that.
So to make their loops play in ours.
Right.
Yeah.
So in this one, we don't need to kind of go outside of it.
If it's a standard MIDI loop with a normal, kick on C1, snare, and B1, it will work. Hi-hats are here, F sharp 1, G sharp 1, A sharp 1. I'll show you. There's a regular hi-hats. Right. So it's closed, foot, open. So they're all gonna. So regular drum groove is gonna work. And a cool thing. This is a new thing. I don't think anybody else has implemented this. So we have this thing with the regular hi-hats, okay, we can convert them to variable hi-hats. So what that does, I'm going to show you something. Let me just, I'm going to assign. So I'm controlling CC4 here. As you can see. I'm gonna play over here. If you want to show over there, this is a closed hi-hat. Right. Okay, this is a GM normal kind of closed hi-hat on F sharp 1. Yes. Watch what happens when I'm moving the controller.
So it's almost like a built-in compressor.
It's not a compressor. It's opening the hi-hat. It's opening the hi-hat. You know, hi-hat can open from the tight to close to the fully open. Right. So what that's doing is controlling how tight your hi-hat is.
Yeah, just like on a pedal.
Just like a pedal on a drum. So normal drum loop, the general MIDI drum loop. When you switch this on, you can have a tight, close hi-hat loop, and you can start messing around and opening the hi-hat.
Right. Wow.
That's coming up.
Now here's another question. Does it also work standard? So let's just say
this is standalone.
Okay, sweet. Because I know there's some guys that nowadays, with the limitation of electric drums and things like that, maybe they don't like the drums that come with the drum set itself.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they're going to want to look for something that's going to come realistic.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, I also like when I downloaded some of the free stuff you had a long time ago. I'll admit it was some good stuff, and I like the way it was recorded. Now, I know that sometimes there might be some mixing whatsoever, but as an advice to people that just say they want to kind of keep the steady cue on that one, so they would. So in reality, in order for them to kind of make it work with the drums, they would have to revolve their sound around the drum kit, or can they still be able to kind of maybe do a little cueing here and there?
You can still, absolutely. You can. So one of the things here, you can output individual components. With this thing, you have access to multiple outputs. So you can output.
Oh, okay.
Kick to one snare to two. So you have 16.
Yes.
16 stereo outputs.
Right. So. That's a good thing too, because I know because me I'm like that. I like to have separate different. And I like to use my VSCs and stuff like that. Wow, so
you want to add reverb to a snare and like some other weird thing to another drum, you can do that. You can equalize them if you want. You can compress things if you want, or
sweet.
You can do all that. Yeah.
All right, Goran. All right, everybody. This is Goran from Goran Grooves. He's explained to us how we can be able to use his drum suite to be able to get the best drum sounds, or I'm going to link the description to his website, and I encourage you to check it out. I have.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.